Well, I was very engaged in your speech. That was wonderful. Pulling all those pieces together was really great. For improvement, I'd say, you could be just a little bit more enthusiastic about it. I think so. Yes.
I loved your opening and just the descriptive words and motions that you used, and brilliantly how you came full circle and bookended that and tied that together at the end. One thing that I would suggest, the enthusiasm is amazing. I think there are probably times where you could just tone it down a little bit. Maybe not toning down the enthusiasm, but just tone down the pace a little bit or change the pace. Maybe add a few more pauses. But otherwise, it was great. Thank you.
Hey, there's nothing that can detract from your appearance. You walk and you're very confident. The words you're saying really hit home. The engagement and the disengagement. Starting off with the story at the Driver's Bureau and then ending with it. And the fact that the change in an organization like that can happen in any organization as long as it happens in that. So I thought it was a great flow. I can see this really as this must be your 101 because you got it. Very good, very good.
Jackie, great energy up here. I really enjoy watching you own your space. If there's one thing that I could suggest for you is don't just hang out in the wings because you're out of the light. It's a very awkward angle for the cameras. It's also very awkward for your audience members. There's this great space right here in the middle, okay? And if you can come in here and you can own it right here, especially when you're wrapping up, you're approaching your audience, you're building that connection a little bit more, and then we're here, we're intimate. I think that'll really sell it for everybody else.
Good, thank you. Yeah.
Jackie, I loved your enthusiasm. I felt like for a while I was watching Mel Robbins, if you're familiar with who she is, on stage. I'm like, I bet you she does this for a living. But I liked your enthusiasm. I liked that you were here to teach us something. If I could give an area for improvement, I felt like it went on a little long, that you were kind of repeating things a little bit, almost like adding a tagline after what we call in the film industry when the scene ends, but you add a tagline and you keep adding. So I would try to find a point where you can wrap it up a little bit shorter because there was so much information and you talk really fast that for a while I just started to get distracted and it was hard to follow you towards the end. But other than that, I really liked your enthusiasm.